What is up, everybody? So today is the Oshawa Open. It's a local tournament in Oshawa. Just getting up now. I was trying to think about what I wanted to do for a start to the video, and I just felt like doing this. I wanted to keep it as normal as possible. I'm going to be coaching this morning, so I had to get there a little bit earlier, and then I have a pretty big break between that and my match. So I'm going to spend some time today working on some athlete profiles or not athlete profiles, but athlete programs for my online coaching. And hopefully we can just turn up with a win today and make it to the podium. It's a small bracket, but I want to put out a big effort today. And I'm going to take you along, show you a little bit about what the competition looks like, and hopefully get the matches in, and maybe we can break them down or we'll just watch them. Okay, I'll talk soon. All right, it's pretty sunny this morning, but we just pulled up, well, me, as in we. I just pulled up to the competition. So it is here, it's called Del Park Arena. Sounds very significant, but it's a nice local spot. Used to be Legends for those of you who live around here. And yeah, I'm gonna hop in, get signed in, find some of the athletes that I'm gonna be helping out today, and cue cool transition montage to me walking in. All right, so what is up, team? Just finished coaching one of our athletes. Again, it's a really sunny day. Should have probably brought sunglasses. But I wanted to give you a little idea of what it looks like here at Oshawa for the competition. It's a really sweet spot. Seems like it's gonna be a good tournament. Our one athlete in the morning won 5 out of 5 matches, came first, so really proud of that athlete. And I've got to wait about 4 hours until my next match. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend some time doing some, like I said, some athlete programs, and maybe just hang out. I've seen a bunch of people that I know from the local gyms. It's been really nice, kind of catch up with them a little bit. But yeah, maybe I'll do a little time lapse of me working on some programs, and then hopefully I'm going to get some of the matches as well too. I think I have at least 2, so we'll see how that goes, and yeah, hopefully they go well. All right, so here is my first match, and as usual, the ref starts us off with a couple shakes. We'll shake to the opponent, and we get things started. So for this match, genuinely, I didn't really have too much of a plan. I wanted to really hit Uchimata in competition, so you can see I have that same side collar and same side sleeve grip. And you can see there I start feinting my opponent just to see where he steps and to get him in that position to hook that in between the legs with my lead side foot. So there you see there's the Uchimata there. So I was pretty happy with that one. I knew that it hit pretty well. And now we start to go for a bit of a scramble. I'm just trying to balance myself and not allowing him to frame back in with knees or his upper body frames. And at this point, I'm just trying to get some heavy pressure
keep his shoulders on the mat with a little bit of that cross face. You can see that collar grip with the right hand. And I'm just doing my best to keep some weight on him, but also considering that I don't want to get stuck out of that spot. And then I go for that knee on belly pass, where I come into that full mount and lock up the lower limbs as best I can. I honestly thought the ref wasn't going to give me the 4 points for this, and I was watching it afterwards, but he eventually gives me the 4. I don't know why he was counting for so long. So here I try to go for the arm bar, and stupidly, the ref stops the match because for some odd reason, he thinks my opponent tapped or I tapped, which would make no fucking sense because I was just going for an arm bar. Why would I tap if I was going for a submission? So we're just talking about it back and forth. And then he eventually just gets us to stand up, which I find is really fucking annoying. But it is what it is. Can't be perfect. So we slap it up again. And now we have to go again for another little bit of a tussle here. For the next little while, it's pretty much just a grip battle back and forth. I was hesitating a little bit. In the back of my mind, I didn't want to go for another Uchimata, but I kind of felt like he was always there. He had really strong grips, so every time I tried to feint in for some kind of like double leg or single leg, it was blocked up. And I think I was kind of just getting preoccupied with being a bit hesitant. I wasn't really taking the chances that I probably should have and could have in some of these spots here. So yeah, we'll just kind of watch through a bit here, and then I'll hop back on once something ends up happening.
And here we are back again at normal speed because I decided to do something. Went for the Uchi again, missed it, ended up on a post, but collected the legs and tried to keep committing to that strong side control pressure, that cross face blocking the lower limbs with my hips and knees, and just trying to maintain balance here. And then you can see I try to block that turn back towards the shoulders with that right leg. And I've got that strong cross face where I'm actually trying to push that knee over by pushing the leg down. You can see my left leg creep up through here. Didn't want to go for knee on belly, so just went straight through to that mount spot. And I get the 4 for the position there. And then just strong cross face pressure. And almost kind of like a smother. I didn't know it at the time, but I was really trying to pressure him down. And I just try to collect the arm here. And there's only a few seconds left, so I just collected for that crossface, just a strong shoulder pressure, and that was the end of the match. Here's match number 2. So this one, it went okay. I mean, didn't go in my favorite way. It kind of just ended up being a fucking circle around the whole time. You can see my opponent watched a few of my matches, so he's watching my collar grips because I probably was going to try to Uchi him. But then he gets one of the cross collar or cross sleeve grips, and it was super tight. It was really tough to get my hand out of that. And the problem is that I kept thinking that he was going to not collar drag, but arm drag me. And every time I tried to reach under, he tried to take the back. So I knew he probably had a pretty significant game plan, and that seemed like it was it. But my idea here was to just try to set something up and go for a takedown of some sort. But in this whole match, I ended up, again, hesitating. I think the unfortunate thing for me on these 2 matches today was that I wasn't being as aggressive as I could be. I think I got in my head a little bit about some of these matches and didn't want to go too far out of my comfort zone. So what ended up happening was just a lot of stalemates. Also, what you can see with the ref here, he stops us both. Kind of sucks.
I don't know why he chose to call it there, because even in my first match, there was quite a bit of stalling, but he ended up giving us both penalties, which kind of fucking sucked. So at this point, I just told my opponent, I said, let's get it. And I pulled guard, which, looking at it now, I probably shouldn't have, realistically, because I didn't really have a plan when I pulled guard. I just kind of wanted to do it to get something going, which kind of fucking was dumb on my end. I felt like I was responsible for getting the match going. But realistically, I probably should have just taken some time and went for a takedown. That's generally what I do in most stand-up situations. I don't often pull guard. Or I probably should have just went for some kind of sacrifice throw or balloon sweep or just something. So here I try to collect the leg for a single. He ends up kind of doing some like little side suplex type situation, and I'm caught in the head and arm here. So I tried to sit through. He circles the back here. I try to go for the double. He keeps that underhook. I get caught in some type of crucifix type situation. Covers through on the back there and actually sits his feet through for a head and arm triangle. Or sorry, just a triangle from the back. This has been a tough spot for me, and when I keep thinking about different positions that I get caught in, I find that a lot of the times I've lost has been because of a triangle. So looking at these competition matches over the last couple months, I think that's something I need to work on, and hopefully I can come out and really try to improve myself in my next competition. But as you can see, we still came out with second, and I made the podium, which was a goal for the day. I was a bit bummed at first, but still proud of myself, and we're going to keep pushing forward. So, just finished up the competition. Went pretty well. Wanted to get a little treat afterwards. So I had 2 matches. Won the first in points. And second match, lasted a few minutes, got caught in a tough submission, and the better athlete came out on top. So it was a good experience, really good opportunity to grow as an athlete, recognize that you're not always going to win everything, although that would be nice. They didn't have an open class today, so I wasn't able to do an open weight. Usually do have it. I kind of promised myself that if I ever make podium, I would do absolute or open class, but they didn't have it today. So that is it for today. Hope you like the matches. I know I've got things to work on. Well, one thing being making these videos better, and also number 2 is making my jiu-jitsu better every single time I step on the mats. And either way, I'm proud of myself today. I know it was a tough match, both of them, but I came out with a greater appreciation for what it means to be an athlete. That sounds very whimsical. But stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to be doing a day in the life and training, so that should be up maybe middle of August. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon.